Hey y'all, how you doing today? Listen, I tried to get on here earlier and I had to get off because I got a whole post and nasal drip situation that is ruining my life. And I had a whole cough attack. But that ain't gonna stop me from getting on here and talking about what today is. But before I get into that, if you don't know who I am Narissa Harris, a licensed marriage and family therapist out here in the Bay Area. I'm also a wife, a mom, a podcaster, a writer, an educator. Child, I'm all the things, okay? But I am also the founder of my brand, Bloom Into Your Best Self. And I'm on a mission to really helping folks bloom into their best self by any means necessary, okay? So whether you get on one of my workshops, whether you do therapy with me, whether I've done a training for your organization, or you listen to my podcast or read my newsletter, whatever you do, however you connect with me, I am really on a mission to help you bloom into your best self. So that's me. Now let's talk about why I'm on here, okay? And what today is. Did you know that today is the first day of Black Maternal Health Week? I'm very excited about that. Now, I ain't excited about it because of the stats, because, I don't know why Black women got to be the disparity in this, but we're going to get on that in a second. But I'm just excited because if you know me, if you follow any of my work, then you know that I am all about prenatal, perinatal, and postpartum issues and providing women with support who are struggling in those areas with a specific emphasis on supporting my women, Black women, okay? And so I was like, I gotta get on here today. I gotta show my face. I gotta talk to y'all just a little bit. And that's what I'm gonna do. So before I get into kind of what I wanna talk about and run down some stuff, I'm gonna just let y'all know that it's gonna be a little bit of a trigger warning, okay? If you have had a traumatic experience of trying to become a mom during your pregnancy, after your pregnancy, listen, I see you, sis. I hear you, I understand, and I'm telling you now, it's gonna be a trigger warning. So if that ain't what you're trying to be here for today, then respectfully, just back out the video. But if you wanna stay, I'm gonna try to uplift towards the end, but I just want to put that out there. So let's just talk really quick. I just want to talk about some stats for Black women. And then I want to talk really, really, really briefly about our postpartum experience. And then I want to just encourage you to get back to yourself, okay? So statistic-wise, and I'm going to stick with Black women. I'm not going to touch on statistics for our infants because that's a whole nother ballpark, and I ain't trying to bring everybody super low, okay, today. I'm just trying to bring some awareness, right? But for Black women, our rates for pregnancy loss are 2 times higher than the general population. General population, women experience pregnancy loss between 10 and 15%. But for Black women, that number jumps to 20 to 30% of pregnancies end in miscarriage or pregnancy loss. And that's not good. That's a problem, like a major problem. What's a bigger problem though is the further we progress in our pregnancy as Black women, the more traumatic it gets. As we progress, so after we get past about 20 weeks of pregnancy, then our rates increase. So we have a higher rate of unfortunately having like a stillbirth. We have higher rates of us dying in childbirth, okay? We bump to 3 to 4 times higher for us dying from pregnancy-related complications. And then we have a 3 times more likely chance of delivering a stillborn baby. Listen, I don't know what society needs to do to fix these disparities, but I got an inkling that we need to pay attention to our implicit bias, okay? We need to pay attention to racism. We need to pay attention to oppression. We need to pay attention to the unconscious ways that we treat Black women who are pregnant. Because from the research that I have done, because y'all know I have presented on this topic at the National Convention for Black Psychologists, And I'm presenting on it again this year, okay? So I know a thing or two. And from the research that I have done, it has nothing to do with our socioeconomic status or how much money we make. It has nothing to do with the neighborhood that we live in or how affluent or how impoverished that neighborhood is. And it also has nothing to do with the type of insurance that we have. That to me is a cultural issue, okay? Don't believe the hype that is for, this happens to Black women who are low income or who are not highly educated or who have government insurance, because that ain't the facts. And we know that ain't the facts because we have seen this happen with Beyonce. We've seen this happen with Serena Williams. Michelle Obama has talked a little bit about her journey to pregnancy and what she dealt with in regards to infertility. So this ain't got nothing to do with none of these demographics that people try to make it. It has to do with how people view Black women in society, how these medical institutions view us. And we really got to start advocating. We really got to start speaking up. We really got to start bringing awareness to this issue because it's an issue that we need to deal with and we need to talk about and we need to not be afraid to talk about it. So that's all I really want to come on here and say. If you are a Black woman and you still watching this, you a real one. If you are a Black woman that's pregnant, that's still watching this, you are a real one. And what I will say to you is advocate for yourself, okay? Don't be afraid. Listen, pray if that's what you do. Meditate. Get yourself grounded and get yourself centered so that you and your baby can get to the other side. When I was pregnant with my second baby, I straight up talked to the chief of the department. I wasn't playing with these people. I wasn't playing. Folks need to understand that I'm not the one, and I'm going to need you to make sure that you take care of me, okay? And so we just got to speak up. We can't be afraid to speak up. We can't get tired of speaking up. I know it'd be a lot. I know. It's draining. It's exhausting. But we got to do it because ain't nobody else going to do it for us, okay? So for this week, one thing I want you to do to help you bloom into your best self, spread the word. Talk to somebody, tell somebody, post in a story about some Black maternal health stats. If you know a Black mom, encourage her, uplift her, let her know it's going to be okay because this journey of motherhood ain't no joke. But for a Black woman, it really ain't no joke because we literally got to go to war to bring these babies into this world, okay? Like, real talk. You don't think I'm telling the truth? Look the facts up yourself, okay? That's all I got for you today. Stay uplifted, stay focused, bring this energy for the rest of the week. It's from April 11th to April 17th. But, I'm always about bringing awareness year round. So even though this is Black Maternal Health Week, April 11th through April 17th. Listen, I still want to be talking about Black Maternal Health, August 11th through August 17th, okay? December 11th through December 17th. Black Maternal Health is important because the truth of the matter is, Black women be holding it down and we be holding it down, by what we be birthing into this world, okay? But that's a video, a post for another day. Until the next time that I come on here, make sure that you spread the word and do something that will help you bloom into your best self.